What's going on, guys? I am back home in South Carolina. As far as our small town, it's still a small town. So one of my best friends, their dad does a radio show. I don't know how frequent he does it, but he definitely does it on the weekend. They basically, my best friend, he invited me to come to the show. Maybe I'm just going to sit there and listen and watch the action go down. Or maybe I'll be able to, be a part of it. I don't know yet. But either way, this is cool. This will be my first time physically being in a radio thing. I've actually talked on a radio radio station before, 24-hour gospel, which I think is more of a digital radio station. I don't know because I've never heard of them before. And after I did my segment, and I did it because I had music that I dropped and I wanted to put it up there. After I did that, I never heard it again. But either way, that's what I'm heading to now. My homeboy Jared, I appreciate you for the invite. Thank you, Mr. Jenkins, for allowing me to come on. Let's go see what's gonna happen.
Jalen Shaw basically got run off. People get run off from there. So the kids are like, we're not going there.
Right.
Now Dawn has created another kind of situation, for the girls program. I mean, it is an inviting environment where she is having kids wanting to come play for her.
It's a culture thing, because 10 years ago, I wasn't hearing nothing about USC girls basketball, but in the last 4 or 5 years, I don't know what happened. I guess that's when they got Dawn Staley. She's inspiring confidence in people, and she's able to flip people and able to get people to believe in the system. Kind of like how I was telling you about Deion Sanders, like how he's able to convince people to come there, to come to a school that's done nothing, and to come to these HBCUs that he was at. Mm-hmm. It's like people just trust him. They like, I'll ride with you.
I'm glad you brought Deion up, because I think Deion is out the door. I think Deion's gone.
And just a random thought, and I know I'm not as really good savvy on knowing about high school and collegiate, but do you think some of that has to deal with just the players kind of learning about their stock in the game? Because it's a difference. I haven't heard anything about basketball from Gamecocks for the men's basketball in a very long time. So it's why would I go waste something for the national scheme to look at this state that doesn't
do anything,
nobody else hears about them? So I'm going to look at more people that can elevate me, at least outside, at least going out of the state puts me in another state of people's eyes. And then hopefully the growth from that can then produce a national level. So does that kind of play into a lot of these kids' decisions as well? So.
I would think so. Now, South Carolina had another kid that was the #1 recruit in the nation a couple of years ago out of Columbia. Can't recall his name off the top of my head, but he played for the Gamecocks, I think, for 1 year, and then he went. He was originally recruited by North Carolina as their #1 guy. Mm-hmm. Fell to the Gamecocks, played with the Gamecocks. Stock fell.
Oh no!
Dropped in the draft. He got drafted, but you're not hearing about him.
Oh wait, are you talking about the dude Sindarius?
Cornwell? No. This is another guy. I can't recall his name off the top of my head, but he was the #1 recruit in the nation a few years ago, and ended up getting with the Gamecocks and disappearing off the face of the earth. So
now I agree with CJ on that, just because it's if you're on a team that's not gonna go far, they're gonna have a disappointing season. You're not gonna really have as many opportunities to showcase your skills. You're not going to no tournaments. You're not winning no tournaments. You're not playing as long as other teams are playing, so you're not getting as much time to show up. If you got a team that doesn't make the NCAA tournament, you on USC, y'all don't make the tournament.
Right.
People really blow up in the tournament. They turn up in the tournament. That's where people really be like, oh, wow, this guy's killing it in the tournament. He's averaging 25.
Right.
That's when your stock goes up. But if you don't even make the tournament, or you're getting these disappointing seasons, or your team is doing real bad, people just you kind of do have to be on a good team for people to look at the team and then look at you on the team.